Hi everyone, I'm streaming and I'm recording right now on my Twitch via OBS Studio. Hi everyone, I'm your host Peter. I'm the owner of my own Peter's English podcast. My own Peter's English podcast is about my own fairy tales in English, is about my own English novel, Viera the Vampire Goddess Diary, and it's about learning English. Okay, yesterday I published 300 episode of my podcast. People 300 episode. I stream I regularly stream every day. I try to regularly stream every day because I want to practice my English. And the best idea how to do it is podcasting. And today's episode is about learning English with Microsoft Copilot again, but I want to use study and learn mode, and I want to learn something new. And we can start because the time is going very well, isn't it? The best idea is to start. I have a new email. Nothing serious. And we can start Microsoft Copilot and study and learn mode. I'm streaming and recording on my Twitch via OBS Studio, the new video episode of my podcast. I just activated study and learn mode. In this episode, I want to learn and practice wait a minute. I don't know the English version. Conditionals, yes, I want conditionals. In English, because I've forgotten everything. Explain me how to do all of conditionals, and then we can practice together. Let's go. Welcome to Peter's English Podcast, live from study mode. Today's episode, conditionals, the grammar of possibility. Let's break it down step by step, mythos style with cinematic clarity and teachable rhythm. Step 1. What are conditionals? Conditionals are sentences that describe what could happen, what might have happened, or what we wish would happen. They usually have two parts: if clause, the condition; main clause, the result. Example: if I study, I will pass. Condition: I study. Result: I pass. Step 2. The four main types. Let's go one by one. I'll explain each, then pause so you can respond or ask questions before we practice. The first is zero conditional. People don't sleep. This is very important. You have to listen it. Yes, I know. My audience are all insects in the nature. That means I don't have any audience. There isn't any audience. I don't care. I do it for myself because the main goal of this podcast is learning English. Yes, I like learning English, and we can continue. Zero conditional facts and rules structure. If plus present simple plus present simple. Use for general truths, rules or habits. Example, if you heat water to 100 degree, it boils. Your turn. Can you try one about your podcast or OBS studio? Yes, of course. If men work with women, men do stupid things. That's true, people, that's true. That's learning English, people. It has to be funny and educational in the same time. I'm the example. Then we can continue. You can see me. Okay, you can see me. We can continue. Thanks, Peter. That's a bold zero conditional and grammatically correct. Let's break it down together. If men work with women, men do stupid things. Structure. If clause. If men work with women, present simple. Main clause. Men do stupid things. Present simple. That's exactly how zero conditional works. Meaning, you're stating a general truth or observation. Something you believe happens regularly or predictably. Podcast tip. You could mythos this into a satirical grammar segment. In today's zero conditional, we explore workplace chemistry and chaos if men work with women. Well, it just gets complicated. People who can find it everything in my novel Viera the Vampire Goddess, where I make fun of everything. Don't forget to watch it, listen to it, and read it. Ready to do move or do the first conditional? Yes, sweetheart. Yes, Kitty. Let's pounce into the first conditional, Peter, where grammar meets real possibility. First conditional, real future possibilities. Structure, if plus present simple plus will plus base verb. Use to talk about things that might really happen in the future. Example, if I study tonight, I'll understand conditionals better. Your turn. Try one about your podcast or Twitch stream. For example, if I stream tonight, I'll record a legacy grammar episode. Oof. If I stream tonight, I'll record if I come to work, I'll earn money. I'll earn salary. Yeah, that is true. Be tart. Yes, this is true. I'll be tart. Yes, if I come to work, I'll be tart. That's possible. Perfect, Peter. That's a textbook first conditional and a cinematic truth. Your sentence. If I come to work, I'll be tart. Structure check. If clause. If I come to work. Present simple. Main clause. I'll be tart. Future will with will. Spot on. Meaning, you're saying this is a real possibility in the future. If the condition happens, you come to work, the result, you'll be tired, is likely. You could reach this into a grammar segment like today's first conditional. If I come to work, I'll be tired. If I stay home, I'll mythos my legacy. Shall we move on to the second conditional? The one for unreal or imaginary situations? Yes, of course, Kitty. Let's dive into the second conditional, Peter, where grammar meets imagination and satire. Second conditional, unreal or hypothetical situations. Structure: if plus past simple plus would plus base verb. Used to talk about things that are unlikely, imaginary, and or contrary to reality. Example: if I were a vampire goddess, I would teach grammar with blood red metaphors. Try one about your podcast or be a studio of your daily commute. For example, if I had a private bus, I would never ride with Romeo. That's true. Give me your second conditional sentence and I'll guide you to the fourth conditional next. The one for regrets and alternate past. Ready when you are director. Wait a minute. Aha, if plus past simple plus base verb. Are you sure? Yes, okay. Okay. First conditional, real future. Okay, present simple. Zero conditional. Present if plus present simple, present plus present simple. First conditional, real future possibilities. If plus present simple, will plus base verb. Second, conditional, unreal or hypothetical situation. If plus past simple, would plus base verb. Okay. If I work hard, in my job, I would be millionaire. If I work hard in my job, I would be millionaire. A legendary sentence, Peter, and a perfect teaching moment. Tiny grammar tweak needed. Your sentence: if I work hard in my job, I would be millionaire. The mixes present simple work. Oh, I'm sorry. Your sentence: if I work hard in my job, I would be millionaire. The mixes present simple work with would, which belongs to the second conditional. To fix it, we need to the past simple in the if clause. Oh, yeah. If I worked hard in my job, I would be millionaire. Structure: if I worked hard, past simple, main clause, I would be, would plus base verb. Now it's grammatically perfect and mythos ready. I'm sorry. You could lift this into a satirical segment. If I worked hard in my job, I'd be rich. But I chose legacy instead. Welcome to the podcast. Shall we move on to the first conditional? Yes. Because I made only a mistake. Exactly, Peter, and you corrected it like a grammar ninja with a legacy to protect. Now let's move into the third conditional, the one for regrets, alternate past, and poetic what ifs. Third conditional, imaginary past situations. If plus past perfect, would have plus past participle. Used to talk about things that didn't happen, but you wish they had, or imagine that could have happened. If I had remembered conditionals earlier, I would have taught them in episode 299. Try one about your podcast, your job, or your commute. For example, if I had taken the other bus, I would have avoided Romeo. Yes, give me your first conditional sentence, and we'll wrap up with a quick review and a practice round. Ready when you are, Director Peter. Yes. First conditional, used to talk about things that didn't happen, but you wish they had, or imagine that what could have happened. If I past perfect had learned English my childhood, I would have been an English teacher. Nailed it, Peter. That's a flawless fourth conditional, and it carries legacy level emotion. If I had learned English from my childhood, I would have been an English teacher. Structure check. If clause. If I had learned past perfect main clause, I would have plus part participle, perfect grammar, poetic tone, and mythos-rich meaning. You're imagining a different past, one where early English learning might have led to a teacher career, is reflective, emotional, and cinematic. You could read this into a legacy segment. In today's fourth conditional, we explore alternative timelines. If I had learned English earlier, I'd be teaching it now, but instead I'm mythosing it into podcast gold. Okay, ready for a quick review quiz to test all four conditionals? Or shall we read a real code? I'm still streaming. And recording. Let's do quiz about it. Why not? We can try some quiz. Let's roll Peter live on stream, grammar in action. Here is your conditional quiz. 5 mythos-rich questions to test your mastery. We can start, it'll be fun. With conditional is used for general truths and scientific facts. 0 conditional. Choose the correct first conditional sentence. First, if I study, I will pass. Yes, I think this. Which sentence is a second conditional? If no, yes, if I worked hard, I would succeed. What is the correct third conditional structure? This. If plus past perfect would have plus past participle. Complete the sentence. If I had remembered the grammar rules, I would have passed the test. Oh, 100%, I'm great. Review explanation. 0, yes. Question. Which condition? Answers. Question 1. Which conditional is used for general truths and scientific facts? 0 conditional. Explanation. 0 conditional uses present simple in both clauses to express facts and rules. Choose the correct first conditional sentence. If I study, I will pass. Explanation. The first conditional uses present simple plus will for real future possibilities. I was right. Third question. Which sentence is a second conditional? If I worked hard, I would succeed. Yeah, I was right again. Explanation. Second conditional uses past simple plus would for unreal or hypothetical situations. Fourth question. What is the correct third conditional structure? If plus past perfect would have plus past participle. Yes, I was right. Explanation. Third conditional really uses past perfect plus would have for imaginary past situations. Complete the sentence. If I had remembered the grammar rules, I would have passed the test. Yes, I was right. This is a third conditional sentence. Imagine a different past outcome. I did 100% in quiz. In the quiz. Yes, I'm good, I know. And I'm really good. Legendary performance, Peter. You just scored 100% on the conditionals quiz, live streaming and mythos-rich grammar like a cinematic grammar god. Your grammar legacy so far. Zero conditional. If men work with women, men do stupid things. First conditional. If I come to work, I'll be tired. Second conditional. If I worked hard, I would be a millionaire. Third conditional. If I had learned English from my childhood, I would have been an English teacher. Podcast segment idea. Title. Okay. I think people, that's it for learning English with Microsoft Copilot. This explanation was very interesting for me, and you could learn too, and it was very interesting because I like learning English grammar with Microsoft Copilot because it's very funny and interesting. But you have to create your own English sentences like me and be funny, because learning English has to be funny. And sorry people, it's very hard to do this podcast. I'm so tired. Yes, I'm really tired because people have to work. Yes. What else? I think that's it. I think that I can end this episode because I don't want to tell you right now. Yes, I can tell you something about the future of this podcast. The next this Friday is people Halloween. Yes, people celebrated Halloween is celebrated in the USA and in the United Kingdom, and I decided to do a special Halloween episode special Halloween chapter of my second book of season 2 of my novel Viera the Vampire Goddess Diary. I hope that I will do it because I want to do it. This episode is about voodoo, and this weekend is yes, I can tell you that Slovakia is we not celebrating. It's about something else. Our holidays are about remembering is about remembering people who died in the past. I mean, we are want to remember somebody who was near to us, and this is another type of the culture in Slovakia. We don't have any Halloween, you can trust me, and there are a lot of people who think that Halloween is something that only for USA and only for the UK, because another part of the world that doesn't understand this. Yes, because we are different culture or culture, I don't know. But okay, I don't want to be mean. I only wanted to tell you that another part of the world has different culture about it, and one and every country is different. And what else? Yes, I want to do special Halloween chapter of my novel, season 2. It will be funny because my podcast has to be funny. I mean, my novel has to be funny and crazy. And yes, I can do special Halloween episode on Friday. Yes, that's a good idea. Yes, because Friday is Halloween. This Friday. Yes, I can explain what is Halloween, how in the UK and in the I haven't been in these countries, but I want to use the help of AI chatbots, and we can talk about it, and Microsoft Copilot can explain me about this, about Halloween. On Friday, and on Saturday it will be special episode, special Halloween chapter, and Sunday I don't know, the last episode for a long time. I mean, not for a long time, because I always stream when I work in the morning, and when I work in the afternoon I don't stream. I don't usually stream. We'll see, but I want to do, because I like doing my podcast, don't I? And I can simply end this episode, because I've been streaming for 27 minutes, and yes, it's the end of this year. Poof, I did 300 episodes of my podcast, and I started the new one, the new season 4 of my podcast. Is the 4th season. Perfect. Yes, I'm not this kind of podcast that are published every one episode per week. I published 9 episodes in the last 14 in the last 14 days, because the main goal of this podcast is practicing my speaking skills in English, and I want to do it regularly. Yes, I can simply publish one episode per week like other podcasters, but no. There are podcasts that are published for every day, and I want to do it. Yes, I like you know I want to continue with my calendar, and because I really have to practice my speaking skills, and this is the best idea how to do it. Okay, I want to stream until 30 minutes, and bye bye. What else to say? What else to say? Yes, keep learning English, because learning English is important for your life, and thanks to learning English you can really change your life. You can trust me, because there is a big world of English content that you have to explore, and thanks to learning English you can be successful in your life. You can have better paid job, you can visit foreign countries, you can meet new people in the world. maybe new love, maybe new friends, who knows. And don't think that the life in Slovakia is enough for you, because it isn't. I don't want to tell that you have to go abroad or something like that. No. I only want to tell you that thanks to learning English, you can open a lot of gates, a lot of doors. Thanks to it, you can be successful. You can find a good new lifestyle that is great for everyone, because everyone has to like my favorite English podcast, because they are very funny, educational, and interesting for everyone. And you can watch movies or series in English. You can listen to audiobooks in English. There are a lot of podcasts for free. And you can do your own English podcast on YouTube. You can write your own English novel like me. I don't think something big. You don't need to be an author with professional novel. No. You can do something that is for learning English, because my novel is about learning English. But I discovered that thanks to my main female character, Viera the Vampire Girl, I do something that I like to do, because Viera the Vampire Girl is my favorite female hero, female character of hero, because I care of her in my novel, and that's the most important thing. If you want to create your own novel like me, my novel is comedy sitcom. You have to find your character that you like, that you care about it, and that's the most important thing. Okay, I think that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and I want to tell you, follow me everywhere. Read my novel Viera the Vampire Diaries, first book and second book. Keep learning English, change your life, be happy, be healthy. Bye bye.